Hello and welcome to this code lab on building a full stack application. So in this tutorial we're going to use Rails as well as Postgres. So if we say psql Postgres, you should see the Postgres DB, and in fact you could list any databases that are in the DB, or you could type help here to see the Postgres commands. So we have some databases here and we can quit that. Now we're going to go to the step where we check for our prerequisites. So we need to have Ruby installed. Ruby version gives us Ruby 3.0. We need SQLite 3 installed. SQLite gives us version 3.0. We need Node installed, although it's not mandatory. We need Yarn installed, although that's not necessarily mandatory. We need Rails installed as well. And then once we have these dependencies installed, we can go Rails new code SDK, which is the name of our app, and we'll say --API --database equals PostgreSQL, and that should generate the scaffold for the app, or the skeleton of the app. We can open that in VS Code. So if you look at the structure in VS Code, we should see something like this, where there's an app folder, there's db config lib public and some other configurations. In our configuration we can look at environment, which has a development environment as well as production environment. So once we have those, we can spin up the application. So we can cd to code SDK. We can say bin rails s, and that should give us the it's giving an error. So let's look at the error, and it's saying there's an error in the connection, so we have to run db create. So let's do that, and it created the development and the test databases. Now we can run bin rails s for server. So it's getting all the dependencies it needs, and it should have something running. So let's look at it in a window, and yeah, there it is. So that's